Good morning, guys. Let us check this example here. In the trial balance, you are given 30,500. In the trial balance, you are given 30,500. So that is the rent income you have received for the year. However, they told you that rent was received for 13 months. And that is wrong because remember I said income that must be recorded in the income statement must be income that falls within a specified accounting period. In this scenario, it needs to fall between the 1st of March 2019 and the 28th of Feb 2020. It needs to fall within this period. However, there's a problem here because there is one month's rent that was received for March, and March falls outside our financial year. So that 1 month rent, we need to take it out of that 30,500. But we don't know how much rent was per month. We're not given any rental amount per month. So you need to calculate that rental amount per month. And this is what you need to consider. You need to consider the fact that they told you that rent increased by 100 Rand on the 30th of September. Rent increased by 100 Rand on the 30th of September. So on the 30th of September, we are going to increase our rent by 100 Rand. And for me to note that, I'm simply going to have this. So I will simply have the 30th of September. It'll be 2019, meaning that per month rent before September, it was X. We don't know how much it was, but we know that it was X. And then you start counting. It was X from the 1st of March. So it was X in March, April, May, June, July, August, September. That is 7 months. So it was X for 7 months. So we'll simply multiply that X by 7 because it was X for 7 months. But after that, it wasn't X anymore. It became X. When you're dealing with actual value, you don't multiply. I'm not saying it was 100 times X. So you can't multiply X by 100 because when you multiply it by 100, you're simply saying X must be multiplied. The rent was 100 times X, 100 rent times X, which is incorrect. In this scenario, it tells you that rent was X, but it increased by 100 rand. So if it increased by 100 rand, you will simply take that X and add 100. Take the X and add 100. But it was X plus 100 rand for how long? For October, November, December, January, February, March. That is 6 months. It was X plus 100 for 6 months. So when you add this total rent, it should give you rent for 13 months. And rent for 13 months is 30,500. So you will simply take that 7X, add it with 6 times X plus 100, and that should give us the 30,500. It should give us 30,500. Now all you have to do now is to apply grade 8 maths. So you will simply take this, multiply it with that, take 6, multiply it with 100, and you will end up having 7X plus 6X, and then you're going to have plus it'll be 600. It is equals to 30,500. Okay, it'll be equal to 30,500. And then you're going to add 7 with 6. What is 7 plus 6? 7 plus 6 will give you 13x. You will simply take that 13x and equate it to 30,500, and then you minus 600. 30,500, you minus 600. What is 30,500 minus 600? That will give you 29,000, trying to think quickly, 29,100. So you will have 13x is equals to 29,100, and then you divide both sides by 13. Now do that quickly. What is 29,100 divided by 13? So that is, sorry, that is 29,900 divided by 30. It will give you 2,300. It will give you 2,300. This 2,300, it is the rent amount before the 100 rand increase. It is the rent amount before the 100 rand increase. So for you to get the 100 rand increase, I mean the increased rental amount, you will take the 2,300 and add 100 rand to it. Take the 2,300 and add 100 rand to it. 2,300 plus 100 rand, that will be your new rental amount after the increase. Why am I looking for rental amount after the increase? It's because we are looking rent for March. Okay, we are looking for rent for March, and rent for March will be at an increased amount, which is 2,400. So rent for March will be at 2,400. So all I have to do is to minus that rent for March in that 30,500, because that amount doesn't fall within the current financial year. It will only be covered in the next financial year. So you're going to go to your income statement, and then in your rent income, you will take the 30,500 and then you minus the 2,400. 30,500, you minus the 2,400, and that will give you your rental amount incurred, which is 28,100. And then you're going to go to trade and other payables. Under trade and other payables, you will have income received in advance, and your income received in advance will be 2,400. As I have said in class, you can call it income received in advance, or you can simply call it deferred income. You can call it income received in advance, or you can simply call it deferred income. In your general journal, you will debit your rent income because you want your income to decrease, and you will credit income received in advance because that is a liability. Your liability is going up. That's a liability, and your liability will have to go up. So your rent income will be recorded in the statement of comprehensive income, and this is deferred income. It will be recorded in the statement of financial position. All right. And we normally call the income statement the statement of comprehensive income, SOCI, and soft will simply be your statement of financial position, which is your balance sheet. All right, now let's check this example here. They said to you, rent for March 2020 was received. Rent was decreased by 300 on the 1st of September 2019. Rent was decreased by 300 on the 1st of September 2019. What do you have to do with that one? You do the same thing. You will simply draw up your financial year, and your financial year will start on the 1st of March 2020. It'll start on the 1st of March, 1st of March 20. It will start on the 1st of March 2019, okay? It will start on the 1st of March 2019, and it will end on the 28th of Feb 2020. However, there was rent received for March, and that rent received for March, we need to take it out, okay? So there was rent received for March 2020. So that rent, we don't know how much it is, but it needs to be subtracted from the 21,300. Note that rent was decreased by 300 on the 1st of September. So I'm going to write it the 1st of September there. I will have the 1st of September. It will be 2019. Something happened there, all right? What was my rent though? My rent was simply X. I don't know how much it was. It was X for how many months? It was X from March, the 1st of March, so I'm going to count from March. It will be March, April, May, June, July, August. I don't count September because it was decreased on the 1st of September. So that will be 6 months. So I am going to have 6x. After September, it was no longer x, but it was now x because they said it decreased. It decreased. It means that if it was x before the 1st of March, it means, the 1st of September, it means after the 1st of September, it will have decreased. To decrease is to minus, guys. To decrease, you minus from x, and we are going to minus 300 from x. Now you will have to count, it was 300 it was x minus 300 for how long? It was x minus 300 from the 1st of September. So I will count from September. It's September, October, November, December, January, February, and then March. So it will be, I'm going to multiply that by 7. So it will be 6x plus 7 multiplied by x minus 300. And then it will simply be equal to 21,300. Now break that bracket by multiplying by 7x. You will end up having 6x plus 7x minus 300 times 7. 300 times 7 will be 2,100. This will be equal to 21,300. And then you're going to take this 2,100 to the right-hand side. On the left-hand side, you will be left with 13x equals to 21,300 plus 2,100. And then you're going to have x is equal to 21,300 plus 2,100, that will be 23,400. So we have 13x is equals to 23,400. Divide that by 13, it will give you x is equal to 1,800. This 1,800 is before the decrease. That x is before the decrease. For me to get the decreased amount, because by March our rent has already decreased by 300, I will have to take that 1,800 and minus 300. 1,800 minus 300 will be 1,500, and that is the amount that I need to subtract from my rent income in the income statement. In the income statement, I'm going to take rent income of 21,300 and minus 1,500. It will give me rent income of 19,800. That 1,500 will be recorded in trade and other payables as income received in advance or deferred income, and the amount will be 1,500. In your general journal, your rent income will have to decrease. Rent income, every income will always decrease on the debit side. Your rent income will decrease on the debit side, and we're going to call that SOCI. And we'll have income received in advance, which will increase on the credit side, and we're going to call that SOL. And that will be 1,500. That's it, guys, for today. Enjoy the rest of your day.